when we come to see the teddy bears are here to play. If you don't come play with us, then we will kill you.
Hello everybody and welcome to my first Halloween tutorial, and let's just get right into it. So I have applied my bald cap with Mastix, and now I'm gonna stick my eyebrows down with a simple glue stick, and then also running Mastix through to prevent the hairs from sticking to the latex and my prosthetic later on. And now I'm just cutting my prosthetic that I made out of latex just in a box. And now I'm just sketching out where I want my designs to be. Now I'm just sticking on my prosthetic with Mastix, and I'm really careful with this because especially around the eye area, the smell of the Mastix can make people really sensitive. And now I'm taking my latex and just regular tissue and starting with applying a layer of liquid latex with a sponge, and then just giving the tissue underneath and then another layer of latex. And I'm just starting off with the corners of the prosthetic and then just work my way over half my face, as you can see here. And I'm also covering a bit of the latex mask. I recommend you having someone to help you with this. And then I applied a little bit of wax around my mouth area that I cut, and just to give it a little bit more substance to make it look like real skin is hanging down and just been torn. Now I'm taking my foundation and I'm just applying this all over my face and prosthetic with a buffer brush. This is very important to give the latex an all-over color before you start really painting it on. And also don't forget your neck and your ears to make the color similar all over. Also don't forget your latex bald cap. And if you want this to be very good, then you need somebody to help you with this. And then I'm taking a Kryolan eyeshadow where I can't read the name anymore because it's rubbed off, but it's a burgundy plum shade. And I'm just using this to give the prosthetic and my skin color on the one side of the face that's gonna be burnt or whatever, and just an all-over color. And I also surround my ears with this and also my bald cap. Like I said, got somebody to help you with this, guys. And then I'm taking my bruise wheel and just starting off with the blue color, and I decided to speed up the process just because I think it was interesting for you to see how it really takes on the special color and stuff. So I'm starting off with the blue where the wounds are the darkest, so logically underneath my eyeball and in the mouth area. And I'm just building this up to the intensity that I want. You could also use black or very, very dark red lipstick, for example. The same bruise wheel has also light color in it, and I'm using this to highlight and sculpt back into my skin, and I'm just mixing all together really blue and the light colors just all over, stippling, and with the light color also kind of highlighting the bones where they should be, brow bone, cheekbone area. So it's really just darkest where you need it. And then taking the bruise tone, the lighter bruise tone, to just shade a little bit all over, just where I found it was good looking. So I don't need to take too much of the darkest color because that can easily destroy all the work you've done, and we don't really want that. And then I'm going back in with the lighter shade, shading a little bit, just thinking about what would look realistic. And then taking the darkest bruise tone and just adding this around the nose, just where the holes would naturally be if there was skin. And Also adding this a little bit underneath the eyeball to make it even darker. Also adding some around the ear and mouth area. And also some directly into the nostrils. And also everywhere where I think it would look good, basically. So not really a technique behind that. Also adding this along the bald cap and just everywhere. I forgot to paint directly in front of my ears because I just couldn't see a thing. Also adding some around the normal skin area, just beneath the latex. Just want to make it really look like irritated skin. And then taking Ben Nye's Thick Blood, I'm just applying this inside of my mouth area and also onto my eyeballs, just a spoon filler. And also, because it's so thick and pasty, it kind of works as an all-over blood, just in random places, because it's nice and shiny and it won't drop. And it's also a really good, nice dark base for the other fake blood we're going to add later. Also taking a texture sponge and just rubbing a bit of it around. Using this around the nostrils also. And most of it is gonna go into the mouth area, like I said, and onto the eyeball that we're not having anymore. Like I said, I'm just stippling that all over the skin also. Also on my ears, which was a pain to clean. Also adding it kind of around my prosthetic where you can see a little bit of the gap there, but that's okay because it's mainly the light, and if you would be in normal light, nobody would actually recognize that there is a noticeable gap. And also, like I said, adding a little bit of the blood also on the normal skin, and just also going around the wax that I've applied. Okay, now going on with the usual makeup on the outer side. It's kind of basic. It's just taking a little bit of a black liner and smudging it. Do it in the intensity and in the way you want. You do not necessarily have to do a flick or whatever I do now. You can also doll it up totally. The only thing I wanted to was to look a little bit messy. And also I did my brows a little bit stronger than I would usually with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and also added a little bit of brown underneath my eyes and onto my cheeks to make them look sunken in. So doing a very, very strong contour with a small brush here. Also applying a little bit of mascara and then also kind of mess around with it and then smearing it with my fingers to make it look even more realistic. And then actually comes the real fake blood part. And I'm using blood. It's nice and thick and dark. It's a sugar gelatin mix. That means it's very, very sweet and very sticky. So if your hairs get onto this, it's not very fun, let me tell you. But it's easily washed out of clothes and hairs, so do not worry about that. And I didn't do the back of my bald cap because I just couldn't have really seen it. But like I said, if you want to do this for a zombie walk, I really recommend you get help from someone. Otherwise, it's not going to be possible. So that was my Halloween tutorial. If you need some ideas or anything, then go to my website or to my Facebook. I don't have a website, but I have Facebook, and there will be a lot of pictures up there for you. And I hope you liked it, and if not, then just leave it, and if you did, then please thumbs up it, and see you soon.